I'm curious if the way you guys close the season, if you've seen any reaction from Mike Reilly, for example, that would that he would be more encouraged to sign with the team because of that, and that also leads to a second question, which is like way back before you were winning, and there was talk about, oh, you might get one of the top draft picks. Can you weigh what all this positive stuff at the end of the season has done for the team, as opposed to getting one of these stud players?
Still might get him.
Yeah,
a 6% chance.
I still wouldn't mind if we win the lottery.
These are crossed.
I just saw a couple of them play, and they're pretty good players, I think.
Yeah, there's still that chance. Listen, we've had our exit meetings for 2 days. Every player that's come through there has had the same message about how disappointed they are we're not in the playoffs. We know we could have done some damage. As a group, they really feel strong. They feel strongly about the room, which is their room. And this end of the season, Jarmo mentioned, there's no pressure. Yeah, in some ways that's correct. But there's pressure on the other teams to beat us, and they didn't. We did something here as with the healthiest team we'd had all season, and I think that it's good for every aspect of our organization. No, we didn't. We're not drafting one or two unless we win the lottery, where we would go to one. It's a deep draft. We'll deal with that. We think there's going to be some very, very good players available for sure with all of our first 3 rounds. And that's like, it's about winning. It's about learning to win. It's about dealing with winning. It's about developing players. And we could have gone through a very painful situation where we ended up with a 20% chance or a 15% chance. We have a 6% chance, and I feel good about it. Hopefully we win it. And if not, I feel really good about what our team and our staff did, because it's good for business in every aspect of it. It was good for our fans. That last home win against Buffalo here, which wasn't a Picasso of a game by any means, these people had a blast. They were standing up. The Pittsburgh game we won, the Islander game we won, the people believe in us. And that's just good. That's good for the Blue Jackets and the city of Columbus. I feel strongly about that.
To answer your question, Bob, about Reilly's, I don't know how he's going to get a better situation. We got the 4th youngest team in the league, guys he knows, that he's friends with. He's got a management and coaching staff group that believes in him, that drafted him, developed him. And I just don't understand how he could get a better situation anywhere. That's the way we see it, at least. And that's, like I said, the ball's in his court. But this is a great situation, a great opportunity for him. I don't believe that he's going to get a better one anywhere, no matter where he would choose to go.
Have you had any indication from him? I mean, have you seen any, up and down?
We're hopeful. We're positive. We're optimistic. But we've put in a lot of effort to make sure that we know where he's at as a player. We've followed him all year. We've had Chris Clark, our development coach, or Dan Hynode, who does some work for us, ourselves, Billy Zito, in every game basically that he's played all year, to make sure that we know exactly where he's at, so that we evaluate him every opportunity we get, and that he knows that we're there to support him, and we know how much we appreciate him. So we've done a lot of work at that, and now the ball's in his court.
Over the course of these last few years, you can't just push the injuries aside, I know, but it seems like this team has only played its best when it's up against the wall or backed into a corner, and the chips are down. Have you isolated where that comes from and how you get to a point where this team establishes that rather than responds to a situation with a push?
I think that's fair to say that. Last season we went to Traverse City with all our kids and we won that tournament, which was very gratifying. We went into preseason, our win-loss record was outstanding. I think we lost 1, did we? 7-1. Then we started the season, 3-1, 4-1. Things were looking pretty good. And then kaboom, it started to just do what it did. For whatever reason. And that's something that'll be a topic of conversation for us for sure this summer. Last year we talked heavily about having good starts, and we did actually. And then it quickly changed. it's something we've discussed, we'll discuss with our coaching staff. We'll try things differently, I'm sure, and find a way around that. It'd be a lot easier if we start the season and stay reasonably, nobody stays healthy, but reasonably healthy and give us a chance to win, and then be in a position that if you have the heavy injuries later, you can deal with it. I think a lot of those things that happen where the injuries nailed us early, and then you're really struggling from behind. We went on a run in December, then lost and had another run the wrong way after that, but certainly worth the conversation. I don't know if
It's time to show what we're all about.
Yeah.
Through 82 games and from the start of the year. Now let's use that as an artificial corner, if you want to call it that, and make sure we get pushed into that right from the start of the year next year.